So does your clock stress you out?
You have 2 hours and 39 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay, so this video is on what causes stress in trucking. There's lots of things, but I'm going to share with you the one that's bothering me right now. It's raining, and I'm in Atlanta, which is great because I'm supposed to be going for hometown, but I only have, it says on my 11-hour driving clock, I got 3 hours and 59 minutes. I'm in Atlanta. I'm getting loaded. It's a live load, but they said it should only take about an hour. So then my 14-hour clock, I've got 4 hours and 12 minutes, so I should be fine. But the problem is I actually only have 2 hours and 39 minutes on my 70-hour clock. And I've been having to babysit my clock for the last 3 days. And I almost feel like it's better off just to run hard, do your 34-hour reset, and run hard. That's just the way I run. It's so hard for me to back off and only run 5 hours one day or 6 hours another day because I'm running hard the other days. But it's hard to manage the clock when you gotta pull the reins back, and I don't know. It's just me. But what causes stress is I am an hour and a half away from Atlanta to where I have to shut down. I'm in McDonough, which is the south part of Atlanta, south of Atlanta. With the weather, it's Friday. It's not a holiday weekend, thankfully, I don't think. So I'll just have the typical Friday traffic, but I have bad weather to go along with it. So I'm guessing it's probably going to take me 2 hours to get from where I'm at to shut down. So I should have enough time still. But should have, you won't know till it's after the fact. Now, everybody's thinking that's drivers says, well, you got personal conveyance. Well, guess what? Our company only gives us 15 minutes personal conveyance, which you can't do a whole lot in 15 minutes. So when I was coming down from South Carolina, actually starting in North Carolina, I started looking for, but it was early in the morning. I knew I needed to do my 30-minute break before I got here because I've been to this location before where I had to drop my load, and it is in a place where there is no room. So I could not do my 30-minute break at the consignee. I knew I couldn't do that. So I planned ahead. I went through 2 places, 2 pilots. I drove through a rest area. There was no parking at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. So there was no way I was going to be able to do a 30-minute break until I got to the consignee. And sure enough, I get there. And when you do a 30-minute break, you're supposed to sit off duty, no driving, for 30 minutes. If you, today with the new e-logs, if you move the vehicle, it will put you on driving. Well, that's not off, so that would stop my 30-minute break. It's got to be a 30-minute consistent break. If you go on duty yard move, your 14-hour clock doesn't get affected, but you're still on duty and not off duty, so that's not going to help you. So the only way I could be consistently off duty while I was at the consignee was to play a little game between off duty and personal conveyance every time they made me move. I did a drop and hook, so I had to personal convey during those moments, and then I had to, every time I tried to basically be in the way or be out of the way as much as I could, but I finally got asked that I have to leave the property, and it was raining like crazy there anyway, and there's just no room. So I understood. The yard guy was pretty cool about it, but he goes, you can't stay. I'm like, but I only have 25 more minutes. Sorry. So then the guard wouldn't let me sit on the outside of the gate, there was room, but it was not allowed. So I had him hawed enough between off duty and personal conveyance. I luckily got my 30-minute break in. But when I took off to go to my next load here, I realized my DOT clock was not changing, which meant I was still in personal conveyance and well past my 15-minute break, and we can get in trouble for that. So I had to pull over somewhere on the side of the road, switch it over, and then get back on the road. So that was stressful. And the stress part of it is you as a driver, a professional driver, has got 14 hours on their clock when they start their clock. An unprofessional driver has 14 hours on their clock. Doesn't matter whether you're professional or not. The difference is in my opinion, how you treat others and how you deal with stress. So I just have to take a deep breath and relax, and hopefully I let them know I am under time constraint. So if they could do anything to hurry it up, but no shipper likes to hear that on live load. So I went back in the rain. I mean, I'm soaking wet. My coat's soaking wet. I went back in and I gave them my cell phone number. I said, in case there's any problem, rather than you guys have to come out in the rain, can I put my cell phone number on the paperwork so that if you need me, you can call me? She goes, well, why would I need to call you? I go, for example, if my trailer is not exactly right in the dock for you, I had a hard time telling. I could tell on one side, it could look like I might need to move over a little bit, but it looked like it might be okay, so I don't know. And there's nobody to ask, so I just wanted to be as proactive as I can, give you guys an opportunity to let me know if it's a problem. As I keep looking out the window, it's still green, meaning they haven't even started yet. So my clock is down to 2 hours and 39 minutes of driving time, and I'm down to 4 hours and 6 minutes now on my 14-hour clock. So while I sit here off duty, that is going to be ticking down. The 4 hour and 5 minutes is ticking down. So basically 4 hours minus 2 hours and 39 minutes means I got about an hour and a half for them to finish what they need to do. And that would give me a couple hours to get home, and I should be okay. Should be. So this is just one of the things that creates stress in the trucking industry. And the American trucker has to deal with it every day. Every day. Once their clock starts, and it's very interesting, once your clock starts, it's go time. So you better make sure when you start your clock, you're ready to start your clock. And you know, I really didn't do anything. I didn't waste any time except for trying to drive through. Well, when I went to the pilots to look for a place to do a 30-minute break, I guess I wasted a little bit of time, but I went out, I got coffee one time, and I went to the restroom another, so I made the best of my time. Anyway, that's just part of it. Just wanted to share that with you. So hopefully I won't run out of time and I can start my home time here within the next 4 hours. Take care.